you ever want to have, because they're going to feel good. They want everybody to see and feel that. Next question. Yes, ma'am.
Does the product uterine vaginal wash help with severe cramps associated with endometriosis?
Well, what happened here is one of the package is one in a whole package. We want to go inside and deacidify the blood. We give the douche to cleanse that specific area where the concentration is most. But if you want relief from the itching and the discomfort, it would immediately show you that. But you still have to go inside to get the whole therapy. But you could use it. It helped tremendously. Yes.
Also, what is the good product for high blood pressure?
High blood pressure, there is no product. It is a therapy. You see, we have products on the market that sells on the shelf. Say you're feeling kind of low in energy. Well, you go buy a bottle of Maya, and your nerve are not too cool, and you buy a bottle of Nervino, and you buy a vitamin. And there's a salve, that you have something wrong. Oh, this salve is tremendous. Look, this salve, people told me about the salve. I made a salve for a young sister in Washington. Her name is Eva Britt. Eva Britt was suffering with rheumatoid arthritis from age 12. And when I met her, she was 40. 28 years in a wheelchair, stiff. She was stiff. And she could move her fingers, just slightly here or there. And this machine that was made special for her, I made the salve to go into her joints and break up the calcification. So I investigated all the herbs around the world that was highest in phosphate, and I found them, and I put them together, and I made the salve. And boy, I rubbed Eva with the salve, and Eva was crying like she remembers she was crying like she cried when she was first getting her arthritis. But she was wise. She was not like the man that called me last night and cursed me out because of his family. She knew that if this stuff brings pain, it's doing something. And guess what? Eva is not walking like I walk, but guess what? She's walking. Hey, she's standing up now. She's walking slow. And she told me something that I would have never associated with someone in a wheelchair. Guess what she told me a few months ago? She said that the greatest thing in her life now is to walk the streets of Washington and how people rub against her when they're dancing in a crowd. One never knows how sweet that is until you're in a wheelchair for 28 years. I said, what? She said, that's what you brought into my life. People not touching me. And they walk by me. What is that? She said, Eva started putting the salve on her breast because there was a little kind of a lump there, and she put it every day. She put it every day, and the lump disappeared on her breast. And one day, a woman called me and said, "What you have for hemorrhoids?" I said, "I have nothing." Boy, I rubbed Eva with the salve, and Eva was crying like she remembers she was crying like she cried when she was first getting her arthritis. But she was wise. She was not like the man that called me last night and cursed me out because of his family. She knew that if this stuff brings pain, it's doing something. And guess what? Eva is not walking like I walk, but guess what? She's walking. Hey, she's standing up now. She's walking slow. And she told me something that I would have never associated with someone in a wheelchair. Guess what she told me a few months ago? She said that the greatest thing in her life now is to walk the streets of Washington and how people rub against her when they're dancing in a crowd. One never knows how sweet that is until you're in a wheelchair for 28 years. I said, what? She said, that's what you brought into my life. People not touching me. And they walk by me. What is that? She said, Eva started putting the salve on her breast because there was a little kind of a lump there, and she put it every day. She put it every day, and the lump disappeared on her breast. And one day, a woman called me and said, "What you have for hemorrhoids?" I said, "I have nothing," which I didn't. She said, "Yes, you do. I put your salve on my hemorrhoids, and it was sucked up in less than 5 minutes, and the pain was gone." I said, "Oh, wow." Then a dentist called me from Memphis and said, "What do you have for mouth lesion?" I said, "Nothing." "Yes, you do. I'll put your salve in people's mouth and the lesion is gone in 24 hours. Try it yourself and you see with bleeding gums or anything. This side is good. So this is a shelf product. But when you come because you have high blood pressure, now I have to get inside of you and put you on a diet, look over you, and give you something to gradually break up the triglycerides and break up calcification and carbonation. Calcification, carbonation, both inside the body. Then I have to deal with you. I have to hear your aches and pains, like my mother. So I have to deal with you now from a therapeutical approach, not just from a product you're going to buy off the shelf. No, those are supporters. She needs more than a supporter. She needs something to go into her and remove obstruction. We have something to that too. Yes, ma'am.
There are a lot of herbs you say that we should or should not take. I wanted to pass some of these herbs by you. Dandelion tea, oak bark tea, and parsley.
Oak bark is good, dandelion is good. What was the other one?
Parsley.
No way. People talk about parsley good for your pressure. Bring it down? It does, okay? Try it and you see. Parsley is dangerous because it is hybrid. Let me tell you something about a hybrid product. A hybrid product is a product that was made by crossing one substance with another. Like, you know, crossing crossing a jackass and a horse. What do you get? No.
A donkey.
If you cross a jackass, a donkey is a jackass. If you take a horse and a jackass or a donkey and mate them, what would be the end result?
A mule.
Thank you very much. That is the proper answer. But did God make that mule? No. Man did that by interfering and having two animals that would not necessarily have sex. Men always doing that. He's always interfering with God and thinking he's going to get away. That's what he did with carrots. That's what he made carrots. That's what he made beets. That's what he made rice. That's what he made that chicken that the preacher liked to eat. I know that. I know you don't understand that, and I agree with you. My mama didn't understand it either, and my mama's the biggest chicken eater. My mother was suffering with all kind of pains and lied to her son. I said, Mother, what have you been eating? Nothing. I said, fine. I believe my mama. My wife told me, why do you think your mom is lying to you? I said, you're my wife and she's my mother, but I tell you what, I love you both the same in the same intensity. I don't love my mama no less, no more than you her. But I tell you what, my mom is lying. My mom is lying. I said, because when I made this stuff, I know what the stuff does. And my mama is lying. She's eating something. She's not. I said, okay. So my wife did one, she used to go to work every morning and come home at 5 o'clock and my mom is home by herself. So when she got this real shaky that she was crying that night and my daughter called me all the way to New York and I came back to Puerto Rico, one of my best friends in Puerto Rico named Chovy, he said to me, hey man, I want to tell you something. I didn't want to do it, man, but your mother had me to go buy some chicken for her 2 or 3 times. I said, that's okay. He said, you don't feel angry? I said, no, I don't feel angry with you. I don't feel angry with her. She's 73. She's been eating chicken for 72 years. Take that away. You think that you have a problem with a cocaine addict? Take that away. Take that addiction of 72 years of addiction from someone. I don't care how good. I don't care how good it is to them if they stop eating it. But they can't do it so easy. And my grandmother, my mother lived in the church. My mama preaches. Remember how the brother preaches. And my mama preached too. And my mama eats chicken. And one day I showed her, I said, look, you, we're going to stop making excuses for one another. I'm not going to make any for you. You are living a lie. And you don't get away with living a lie. I don't care how religious you are. You eat the wrong thing, you're going to hurt. I don't care how many times you pray to God in one day, you're going to hurt. So you stop it. And my wife stayed home. And my mama didn't eat anything for 72 days. And she was happy like a lord, as a lord, talking all kind of stuff now. Yeah, because she's doing good. But my wife had to stay home. Or else I would put something in her mouth. And the mistake I made last year, take her to Honduras. And drop her off in Honduras with her grandchildren. I know she's stuffing her mouth with something now. She is. She eating that unholy bird they call chicken.